Hi, this is John Unrein, editor of Bake Magazine. We're here today to talk to Jory Downer, the award-winning baker, owner of Bennison's Bakery in Evanston, Illinois. Jory has demonstrated sophisticated and delicious formulas at IBIE for years, but at this year's events, it looks like you get to relax a little bit and enjoy the show.
Well, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure. I am attending IBIE this year with no commitment to do any type of demo work or anything like that. So it'll be the first time in a long time that I've gone as just a conventioneer.
What do you consider to be the current trends for both retailers and consumers?
Well, it appears to me that they're looking for convenience. We started an online store 18 months ago, 2 years ago. And it's really incredible to me how people shop online. And I don't shop online. I'm not out of the bakery long enough to shop any form, but it's incredible to me how many people shop online. And we get online orders around the clock. People are shopping at 2:30 in the morning or order a birthday cake for next weekend. It's remarkable to me how that works. But it's made life very, it's not fair to say simple, but it sure made life easier here with this online ordering, especially when it comes to decorated cakes, because they can't order things that you don't have. You set up a store and this is what's available, and it's just a great thing. So I think that, to me, that appears to be the newest trend. Savory sales in the bakery seem to be picking up. We do a lot of sandwiches, soup and sandwiches. Starting to see more and more larger cakes that we haven't seen for the last couple of years since the pandemic started. Half sheet cakes, full sheet cakes. There for a long time, boy, they were really scarce. But this graduation season has really picked up with that.
Obviously, we've talked about online, but maybe more specific to products or specific to, you carry an extraordinary variety of, European products and those types of things. What's working? What's really any category in particular that you feel like is poised for growth?
Well, no. But I think we really try to focus on making things as good as we can. I know that sounds silly and everybody does that, but I mean, we really try to buy the best ingredients we can and keep the quality of our products as high as we can. We're forever, through all this price increase and so forth, I mean, we're still using 100% cream. We're using, our croissants are still all butter. Our puff dough is all butter, and I think the world is really looking for old-fashioned, high-quality bakery goods. We're not trying to reinvent anything here, but just make things as good as we can. Just old-fashioned bakery goods, that people can relate to. Going, I used to go into a bakery when I was a kid, and this is what I used to get. Well, hopefully, they can still find it here.
Looking forward to IBIE. What are some of your thoughts? What are some of the things that highlights that you're top of your list of what you need to get answers for?
Well, I'm not sure how specific I should get, but my daughter and son-in-law are opening a new bakery and bakery restaurant in downtown Wilmette. And they're in need of a proof retarder, which is something we're going to research there. Either a couple single individual units or one double unit, we don't know. If I had to really, that's really right now off the top of my head, that's the immediate thing we're going for. You never know what you're going to find, what you're going to run into. It's great to see people too that you only see, at a convention like that. I have some ingredient questions I want to ask some people. I want to talk to the folks at whose POS system we're using. but you know, other than that, we'll wait and see what we find when we get there. It's invaluable. I can't imagine missing a convention. I went to I don't know if it was called IBIE, but in 1977, it was in Atlantic City, and my wife and I drove there on our honeymoon. So it was in Atlantic City for a couple times, and then it moved to Las Vegas. But yeah, we drove there on our honeymoon in October of '77, and have been attending every year ever since.